She's too fat to wear that. Being fat is your own fault. You've seen these comments, maybe you've even thought them. In this world, to be desirable, to be loved, to be seen, you have to be thin. But what if fat isn't a personal failure, but a social punishment? What if the real problem is not our bodies, but the way society defines which bodies deserve to exist? They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but in our world, beauty is a checklist. Thin, toned, white, cisgender. If your body doesn't fit the mold, it isn't just different, it's seen as a problem. Fat isn't about health, it's about power, gender, injustice. In her article Why Fat is a Feminist Issue, sociologist Abigail Sagui shows us just how deep this problem goes. Fairness, she argues, isn't just about weight or health. It's a social identity, one that's gendered, stigmatized, and systematically punished. Think about how we talk about fat. We call it an epidemic, a crisis. These aren't just words, they are weapons used to frame fat people, especially women, as lazy, irresponsible, and in need of control. Sukui helps us trace where these ideas comes from the medical field that treats fat as disease, to feminist circles that sometimes view fatness as a distraction from the real fight, to public policies that push personal responsibility over structural change. Everywhere you look, the message is the same. You are not good enough until your body fits ideal. But what is the ideal really? And who gets to decide it? Sakui reminds us that the so-called ideal isn't neutral. It's deeply shaped by gender, race, class, and power. Fat women, especially women of color, face double and triple burdens. In dating, in hiring, in medicine, even in activist spaces that claim to be inclusive. And yet we still treat fat as a personal failure, as if shame is motivation, as if stigma is strategy, as if the only way to be worthy is to shrink. But here's the truth Sakui leads us to see. Fat is not the problem. Living in a society that punishes fat people, that's a problem. The first punishment is fatness as moral failure in public health. In today's public health discourse, fat is really just about health. It's framed as moral failure, a sign of laziness, lack of discipline, and irresponsibility. Abigail Sakui shows how this framing turns fat bodies into public enemies. Campaigns called obesity an epidemic, turning individuals into threats to national well-being.
I don't feel a single iota of shame about how much I weigh.
I'm so embarrassed by the way that I look.
I just genuinely love my life, love my body, love who I am, so I would like to stick around as long as I can.
I am actually ignored because I'm fat. I am actually not taken as seriously because I'm fat. I am actually passed over for things because I'm fat. I am actually been missing out on all sorts of things because I'm fat. This fear is true.
This is going to be a message for fat or obese people, so if you're not that, just keep scrolling. What are you doing?
I wouldn't recommend anybody be fat in this world. It is horrible. It is so traumatizing. It is so isolating. People are evil. They are cruel.
Policies like MBI screenings in schools or insurance companies penalizing higher weight reinforce the idea that the fat people are not just unhealthy, they are bad citizens. And in medical settings, fat patients are often dismissed. Complaining of back pain, lose weight. Irregular periods, lose weight. Some aren't even given proper diagnosis because their bodies don't fit the doctor's idea of worth treating. The second punishment is social punishment, shame, visibility, and double standards. Fat women are not just ignored, they are hyper-visible and simultaneously erased. When Lizzo dances in a crop top, it's called disgusting. When Adele loses weight, people say she finally looks good. We pretend to care about health, but let's be honest, what bothers society isn't the blood pressure, it's the audacity of the fat women taking up space. In pop culture, fat women are really leads.
You can't stop my happiness, cause I like the way I am. And you just can't stop my knife and fork when I see the Christmas ham. So if you don't like the way I look, well, I just don't give a damn. Cause the world keeps spinning round and round, and my heart's giving time to the speed.
Fat women are either the comic relief, not the object of desire, not the powerful one. Even fashion punishes them.
This brand, Brandy Melville, it got very popular in China a few years ago. They only have one size, small. I mean, it's ridiculously small. It started this new trend called BM Feng. You see hot girls wearing BM clothes on Chinese social media everywhere. If you want to fit into their clothes, this is the height and weight chart you need to follow. If you're 16053, you should only weigh 43公斤, 95 pounds. If you're 16554, 105 pounds.
One size fits all means one size fits the thing. Small size all-in brands exclude fat bodies and then blame them for not fitting in. It's not that fat women lack discipline, it's like society chooses to shame them instead of supporting them. The third punishment is fat men vs fat women, a gendered double standard. Here's a simple test. Google fat men, and now Google fat women. One is funny, soft, harmless, dead bod. The other is gross, lazy, unlovable. In romantic comedies, fat men still get the girl.
Okay, roger that. Okay, I gotta go.
Okay. Bye.
But fat women, they're usually the joke, or the sidekick who needs a makeover.
It was a group of like 15 girls. I was definitely the biggest in the group, waiting in line to meet up with the promoter. I ran into Ella. It was like amazing. We're gonna have so much fun up there. So the promoter starts letting in the whole group of girls, and right when it gets to me at the front, the bouncer puts the rope in front, looks me up and down and says, "Yeah, not tonight."
Sagui reminds us that this isn't just about taste, it's about power. Society grants fat men room to exist, to lead, to be funny, but fat women, on the other hand, are punished for violating beauty norms and gender roles. In dating apps, studies show fat women get significantly fewer matches and more harassment. In job interviews, they are seen as less competent, less reliable, even less intelligent. It's not just fat phobia, it's gender phobia. Because when a woman has a body that doesn't please the male gaze, society treats her like she's failed her one job, being attractive.
I have never felt beautiful or wanted by someone.
For so long, we've been told that loving our bodies is an act of rebellion. Body positivity, they say, all bodies are good bodies. But what happens when even that moment center thin, white, able-bodied influencers? As Abigail Sagui reminds us, true body liberation isn't about feeling good in the same old system, it's about challenging the system. I used to think being fat means I failed to be disciplined, failed to be pretty, failed to deserve a good life. But you know what? That voice in my head wasn't mine. It was society, repeating it over and over until I believed it. People say you just need to love yourself, but have you noticed? Even so-called body positivity movements mostly feature thin, pretty, acceptable bodies. As if you have to look a certain way to be allowed to love yourself. I'm done performing for other people. My body is not here to be graded, fixed, or made palatable. I'm fat, I like wearing short skirts, and I still deserve to be loved, respected, and taken seriously. Fat is not my flaw. The real problem is that this world has never built to accept girls like me shining. So no, don't ask me why I haven't lost weight. Ask yourself, why do I have to lose weight just to make you comfortable? This body is where I've lived my whole life. It's not a problem to be solved. It's my home. Maybe to you, this body is not ideal, but so what? It's not your ideal body. It's mine.